You often talk about the force for good. It's a guiding principle in this company. What, for you, defines a good person?
A good person to me makes other people's lives better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they just aren't someone who, not just someone who doesn't do mean things. I think it's someone who is a little bit selfless, is willing to reach out and help somebody else. I think even if you don't do mean things, if you're selfish, you're missing probably a good piece of the joy you ought to have in your life. So to me, a good person is someone who's willing and looking to help other people. I don't care how.
A lot of people, when they hear the word good, I think they think of somebody, oh, he's a good guy, she's a good lady, and they think of soft, they think of, I want to say, even a pushover sometimes. But if I hear what you're saying, you had role models in your life who were good and who were also really strong. I mean, the two can go hand in hand.
Yeah, a good person doesn't have to just be timid. Mm-hmm. but sometimes in the world, that's how they get defined. To me, a good person is just someone who's a little bit selfless, willing to help others and build others, and does.
So let's convert that to business. How does surrounding yourself with good people, you think, help raise the level of your game in business?
It's the only way to succeed in business, because most people are surrounded, you know, a good portion of the population just doesn't have a real bright, positive view. They're trying to figure out how to get ahead all on their own, and so there's a selfishness in them that drags you down. Mm-hmm. If you surround yourself with people who are all trying to build, who are all willing to build other people up, they build you up. Mm-hmm. They build you up, and everybody's, you know, it's very synergistic, and everybody comes out ahead. But you kind of have to watch for them, because it isn't probably the majority who are living that way currently. They have that capacity, but the majority probably have a little bit more of a personal view. I don't want to say selfish completely, but just more of a personal view.
More of a head-down, individual view of something versus the collective good?
Yeah, and because we're sort of normally raised this way, to think the way I'm going to get ahead is I'm going to work really hard myself. Mm-hmm. I'm going to sacrifice, I'm going to do my part. But I actually think the way to get ahead is go find 10 other people and help them get ahead. But it's a little bit counterintuitive, I think, to the masses.
But you'd like your distributors to understand that if they surround themselves with those kind of good people and that good force, that ultimately everybody's better?
Yeah, and that they should watch for the other kind of person and reject them, you know, get away from them. Don't bring them in your circle, because they'll take the whole circle down with them. You know, one real negative person can sort of counterbalance a few real positive people. So I want my distributors watching for people they shouldn't spend time with and walk away from them. It's hard, because you view them as another customer or another distributor that can help build your world. It's really hard to walk past anybody. But if you perceive it somebody who's dishonest or very selfish, they're going to do more harm than good. You walk right past them and go to great lengths to identify people who are building others. Make them part of your team, you know, work together.
Is there something you'd like your distributors to hear from you relative to what you've established, this corporate culture of doing good, that you want them to go home tonight and talk to their families about?
Yeah, I want them to know that it's in their best interest, even if they're selfish, to have a mindset to do good to go find someone every day you can do good for. That's how they'll build the most successful business. That's how they'll have the most fun. That's how they'll have the best life. But you don't think of that as a success principle, but it ends up being, in our company, the very most important principle. So I want them to know that they should get up every day and say, who can I help? And with which one of my tools? Let's pick one of my tools, and let's go find one guy to help today. That's how they'll magically build this business. That's how they'll go to bed at night saying, I like it. I like who I am. I like what I'm doing. I like life in the Nu Skin family.